I'm Eduardo Neret with Campus Reform. With President Trump set to nominate a Supreme Court justice to fill Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat, we're here today to talk to students about his nomination, who hasn't even been chosen yet. Let's see what they have to say. All right, so Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away the other day, obviously leaving a vacancy on the Supreme Court. So Trump actually has just announced who he's going to choose as a replacement. What's your initial reaction to his pick?
It's scary. It's really scary. It's scary and definitely unsettling, especially as a woman, to hear that.
And it was Jim Cotton, right? Tim Cotton, something like that?
Yeah, I guess similar to what other students said, definitely. Scared in a way, I think.
The last thing we need right now is Trump basically ramming through someone who's, given his record, is probably going to be an unqualified hack who will just do whatever he says.
So this guy being chosen then, in many ways, not a good thing.
I don't know that much about the guy, but I would say that given the trend for Republican voters to vote based on their desire to overturn Roe versus Wade, I think that is most likely what's going to happen, and that is what's scary.
I severely doubt that this person would be a good replacement.
I tend to not agree with the things that Trump does, so I feel like I'm going to go into it more hesitant.
Some people kind of look at what's been happening this summer with all of the racial protests, the discussions people have been having on race, systemic racism, white supremacy in this country. There seems to be some concern, in the initial reaction of the news today, that this judge, because of his views and who he's worked for and, being appointed by Republicans in the past, that he would uphold sort of these systems of systemic racism that we have in this country. And in essence, it's sort of a racist pick. Is that a concern for you guys? Would you guys agree with that assessment?
I think it would be unfair to say that he's the sole reason it's going to continue or not continue, but I think just as a part of the system, he probably would play some role in that.
He's obviously, after all, the same person who nominated I like beer. Do you like beer?
Well, I think Trump is racist in the first place, so I don't think he's really having any regards for the issue in general.
If I did have more background on what he supports, I would be really terrified about that.
So you think the person he chose this morning is going to continue that legacy of upholding the racism?
Yes. Yes, I do, because that's his goal too. I think that's what he wants, and that's what will happen.
I think what the U.S. needs the least right now is someone really high in power to have a lot of control over human rights issues and have the ability to take basic rights away from minorities, people of color.
In a sense, there are people already on the court that, some people would argue are sexist, are racist, but it is very scary for sure, because I've been seeing a lot, on social media, people have been saying, ladies, stock up on birth control, all these things that, Roe v. Wade might be kind of repealed, just very scary things.
If the pick goes through, that would be pretty devastating.
Some of the members of the court, I think you said, were sexist and racist. Which to you embodies that the most or comes to mind as having those views?
I don't really I'm not that much of an expert on everyone. I think a lot of people question Brett Kavanaugh's kind of background.
If he adheres to the originalist school of constitutional interpretation, it's definitely possible, and I would say possibly likely, that he will continue to uphold racist power structures, yes.
Hi, I'm Eduardo Neret with Campus Reform. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more great content like this, be sure to click the subscribe button right here. And if you're interested in joining the Campus Reform team as a correspondent, investigator, or tipster, click right here.